and be inspired by it, even if only on their way to choir class. And now, I'm honored to present the newest inductee to the Oshkosh North High School Hall of Fame, Dr. Judith Tedlie Moskowitz.
A lot of that wasn't on my resume, so you really did your research. I'm impressed. Thank you. That's so nice. I can only start by saying thank you. I am really honored and humbled to be among the inductees and to be back here in front of my friends and family accepting this award. It's really, it makes me very happy, despite the fact that it's not like me having been taught. Oshkosh North really gave me a foundation for learning that I never stopped. My family jokes with me that I just keep going to school, and it's true. I think starting in high school was instilled with a level of learning that has carried me through to this day. And I don't know if you remember Mr. White, you were my academic advisor. So, good job. And I have to say, this is being honest, my English classes that I had to do, honors English, junior and senior year, the way I learned to write, even though I don't consider myself a writer, but that writing skill has served me, it has become the most important thing that I do. And the ability to write and express my thoughts clearly has really gotten me where I am today. So thank you so much. I have just a few minutes today, and I really debated about what I should talk about. We have a whole list of things that I've done. I thought I would teach you all something that I've learned in my research. So I'm a health psychologist, and as Wyatt told you, I study the role of positive emotion in coping with stress. And I study people who are under really severe life stressors, things like caring for a partner who's dying of AIDS, or caring for a child with a serious chronic illness, or even people being diagnosed with HIV. So people who are coping with some of the most stressful things you can imagine in life. And going into it, I was trained in the stress and coping literature. So we were looking for stress, how stressed people were, how depressed they were, and how they coped with that and were maybe less depressed. But one of the things we found early on, and this is with my colleagues at UCSF, was that even in the midst of severe stress, people had moments of positive emotion. And when we started seeing this in our participants, who we were expecting to be depressed and distressed, and they said, well, you're not asking about the good things that are going on in our lives. And we, were surprised. So when you mean good things, you're experiencing a horrible stressor. And we said, well, that's true, but there are still good things that happen. And so we started studying this and started asking people, well, even though you're stressed, what are some good things that are happening? And we found that there were good things happening, and that people were experiencing positive emotion, and that positive emotion was actually predicted of better adjustment to stressful life events. And actually, positive emotion is related to longer life. Even when you control things like depression and distress and other diseases, the happier you are, the longer you live. So this is sort of a bottom line there that's actually really important. So what I want to teach you today is once we started finding out that positive emotion was important, it really had an important role in psychological and physical health. We started studying how do people get that positive emotion? What do they do when they're under stress to be happier and have more positive emotions? Things like happiness and joy and satisfaction and contentment versus things like anger and fear and anxiety and depression. So one of the things that our participants taught us is this ability to notice the good things that are happening despite the fact that they're under stress. So I want you all to try this with me for just a minute. So think back over either today or the past week, something recent, to something that happened that was positive, something that made you feel good. Because you can do this whether you're under stress, any kind of stress that you're under, everybody's under some kind of stress, right? So, but think back over the past day or the past week, and just take a moment and think of something that made you feel good, something that brought a positive emotion out of you, and it sort of helped you get through the day. Really think about that event, think about how you felt, the emotion you felt. Okay, now, if you're comfortable, the way to amplify this, turn to the person next to you and tell them about the event. Each of you just take 15 seconds and tell your neighbor what event it was. Or make one up that sounds better than the one you're thinking about. something good that's going on. And even thinking about it to yourself, writing about it, talking about it, particularly telling someone about it, so that they have a good response to it, can make you feel better. It can give you that hit of positive emotion in addition to experiencing the event in the first place. You can re-experience it by telling it again. And it turns out that this is something that people do quite often, and the more stress that they're under, the bigger impact that this has. So try to remember that. The study I'm conducting right now is, again, with people who are newly diagnosed with HIV, and we're actually doing a test to see if we teach people who are under this stress of chronic illness, of a new diagnosis of chronic illness, if we teach them skills for experiencing more positive emotion in the midst of their distress, are they healthier and are they happier in the long range? So we do something called a randomized trial where we actually assign them to either learn these skills or to just talk to an interviewer for a while, not necessarily about positive emotion. And in the end, we'll see if the people who practice these positive emotion skills actually do better in the long run. So I feel extremely fortunate that I'm able to study something like happiness, even though it's in the context of stress. So thank you all again. You have given me a positive event that I'm going to be able to think about and think back on over and over again, and again, get that hit of positive emotion for a long time to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Moskowitz. And as a small token of our appreciation, you can take this mini portrait back with you, and we'll have a similar one on our Hall of Fame. Thank you. Thanks for coming all the way from San Francisco. Now the Mayor of Oshkosh, Mr. Paul Hessler.
Morning, and thank you. At this time, I would like to give a proclamation to Judith Moskowitz. Whereas, on May 8, 2009, Judith Tedlie Moskowitz, a 1985 graduate of Oshkosh North High School, being inducted into the Oshkosh North High School Hall of Fame, and whereas Judith Tedlie Moskowitz is currently on the faculty at the Oshkosh Center for Integrative Medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, and whereas Judith Tedlie Moskowitz earned her PhD in social psychology at Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire, and her MPA in epidemiology at the University of California at Berkeley, and whereas prior to her current position, Judith Tedlie Moskowitz was an assistant research psychologist specialist at the Center for AIDS Prevention Studies at the University of California, San Francisco, and whereas Judith Tedlie Moskowitz publications, presentations, professional responsibilities, and affiliations are extremely impressive and too numerous to mention. Now, therefore, I, Paul Hessler, Mayor of the City of Oshkosh, do hereby proclaim Friday, May 8, 2009, as Judith Tedlie Moskowitz Day in the City of Oshkosh, and congratulate Judith Moskowitz on her many outstanding accomplishments, her devotion and dedication to her field, and as well as her recognition of her achievements. And one other thing I'd like to present to Ms. Dr. Moskowitz for her accomplishments is the official key to the City of Oshkosh. And hopefully this will open up a lot of money